versus Marshalltown. The 6-on-6 title will be decided between Sibley O'Cheaton and Indianola. Brought to you with pride for 27 years by Land O'Lakes and your cooperative handling Land O'Lakes products and services. Hi, everybody. This is Jim Zabel, and the joint is jumping here. Veterans Auditorium, Des Moines, Iowa, the site of all the tournaments since 1956, and the excitement equals anything that I've witnessed before. We got 2 championships tonight, 5-on-5 for the second straight year, and what a team out of North Scott of Eldridge with 25-0 as their record. North Scott will be taking on Marshalltown, which showed its stuff here in the state tournament earlier. North Scott against Marshalltown, 5-on-5 championship, to be followed by the traditional 6-on-6 battle between a couple of teams that earned it the hard way. Sibley O'Cheaton going undefeated, 26-0, rampaging through Northwest Iowa and coming down to meet a CIC Conference Championship that had a 1-point battle over Urbandale, its arch rival, to get here in this title game tonight. Sibley O'Cheaton against Indianola in the 6-on-6 championship, and we're looking for a lot of excitement and a lot of high scoring. And we'll be set to go with the starting lineups and team introductions right after this.
Hello. I've been reviewing a book written several years ago about the beginning of Land O'Lakes and the cooperative movement. The idea began spreading back in the 20s and 30s because times were tough on the farm. Our grandfathers were looking for ways to cut expenses and enjoy better prices for what they sold. It was either that or be forced out of a way of life they truly loved. Things aren't that different today. Often the difference between success and failure is how efficiently you operate and how skillful you are at marketing. There are some valuable lessons to be learned from the past. It's easy to forget why cooperatives were created. Easy to take a good thing for granted just because it's been around for a long time. Farmers, their cooperatives and Land O'Lakes working together make an unbeatable team. More importantly, working together, they've been able to survive and even grow through some pretty tough times. We've all seen the forecast. We know this year and the years ahead aren't going to be easy. But you and I know this is nothing new. The challenges that caused our grandfathers to create Land O'Lakes in the cooperative system are as real today as they were then. So why not take a fresh look at how you've been doing things and what other choices are available? Add up what you want from your local supplier. Service, competitive prices, first-rate products, someone who cares about you as a friend and neighbor, and then figure out where you're most likely to find it. Your cooperative just might have a big edge over all the others.
And now for the 27th straight year, brought to you by your cooperative and Land O'Lakes, the tournament. And our veteran tournament announcer, George Turner, to tell us all about who's going to be playing in these games.
Now let's meet the starting lineups in the 5-player championship. First for the Marshalltown Bobcats. The forwards, number 55, Marta Nelson. Number 45, Darcy Burns. Number 41 is the center, Chris Newroff. The guards, number 31, Missy Scherer. Number 35, Kirsten Beach. The assistant coaches, Patty Fisher. And Don Lamb. And the head coach of the Marshalltown Bobcats, Jerry Hying. starters for the North Scott Lancers. The forwards, number 12, Jenny Simpson. Number 42, Tracy Moore. The center, number 54, Tracy Graham. The guards, number 40, Pam Leslie. Number 30, Jenny Fitzgerald. The assistant coach, John Green. And the head coach of the North Scott Lancers, Debbie Menke. The floor officials, Steve Carson and Terry Eaton. Bench official, Bob Hildebrand. Chief timer, Dale Peterson. Assistant timer, Nolan Laird. Assistant timer, Arnold Espy. And chief scorer, Bill Hennessy.
This telecast is authorized on the broadcast rights granted by the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union solely for the entertainment of our viewing audience. Any rebroadcast or any other use of the descriptions and accounts of tonight's activities without the express written consent of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union is prohibited. And now it's basketball time. Mike Henderson is sitting in with me, the man who knows everything there is to know about the statistics and information pertaining to girls basketball, both 5-on-5, which you're going to be looking at right now, and later on tonight, 6-on-6. My name is Jim Zabel, and this is the 29th year I've had the pleasure of telecasting the Girls State High School Basketball Tournament. And Mike, this is a little bit of smorgasbord here, a little bit of something for everybody, 5-on-5 and 6-on-6.
Yes, Jim, and I'll tell you, these are two great 5-on-5 teams for just being in the second year. I look for a real good first contest.
Okay, and right now you're going to see North Scott Lancers. They have the basketball. They are in the light uniforms, and Pam Leslie has it, number 40. Number 32 is Jenny Fitzgerald. She's been on everybody's all-tournament team. And I imagine she'll make all-tournament right away. Tracy Graham with that spin-around shot puts it through. She is 6'1" and only a junior. And now the gals in blue. The red and blue is a uniform color, school colors. And the gal, Marta Nelson, he has been a real hero to him here at the state tournament. We're watching 5-on-5, just like the boys' rules, as they say. And here's Marta Nelson going up. And a rebound, and you can see how tough she can be underneath there. 5'9", Mike, and she did that all the way during the tournament. And here's that legendary fast break attempt. Pam Leslie, number 40, tried to get in there, and I think we got our first foul coming up in 5-on-5 tournament competition. It's going to send Tracy Graham to the free throw line with Marshalltown and North Scott battling it out here and tied at 2. There's Tracy Graham.
We just saw a good example of the transition game that North Scott can run really down the floor.
Okay, they have a run. They know how to run on the track, too. They know how to play volleyball, don't they?
State champions in volleyball, state runners up in track.
And here's Tracy Graham. Can't get the first one. Let's see if she can get the second one. Marta Nelson was charged with that foul. She, of course, was the one who scored the basket. They play the full 94 feet. 5-on-5 girls basketball. New to the state officially as a state tournament sport last year. Here's Scherer with the ball over to Marta Nelson once again, and back out in front to Missy Scherer. Marta Nelson. Is that cross-court pass? Over to Kristen Beach, and along the baseline. The shot by Chris Neurath, no good. Follow-through shot, no good, and there is number 55, Marta Nelson, trying to get it through. Finally, the rebound is taken away by Tracy Graham. So, North Scott Lancers on the march here as they go inside, and Jenny Fitzgerald, and that follow-through shot is good. That's Tracy Moore. A.C. Moore scoring. North Scott now leading 5-2. They battle it out, and I'll tell you, they let a lot of they let them play, don't they?
Well, Jim, they're letting them play a little more in both games as we've seen through the week. I think the North Scott key is push it inside. We've seen them do it twice successfully.
Bobcats with the ball. That was Kirsten Beach trying to get inside with a shot against this tall North Scott lineup of 5'10", 5'9", 6'1". Along the back line, or the front line, as you will. And a swing around there by Darcy Burns, and Darcy is fouled.
He's fouled by the young lady, 32, Jim, Jenny Fitzgerald. We're going to see it. Here comes Darcy Burns swinging across the lane. You see Fitzgerald at the top coming off the lane.
And Jenny Fitzgerald already has a full scholarship to Drake.
Right, a first-team All-Stater in 2 sports, second-team All-Stater in softball.
And a little bit of a nervous, tightened shot there by Missy Scherer. She can't get it to fall. And Fitzgerald with the basketball on the dribble. A gal who does everything for her team. And let's see, that foul's going to be called on Marta Nelson. No, not on Marta Nelson. Or is it going to be?
Yeah, they were still placing Fitzgerald's number from the first foul.
All right, and so it's going to be on Marta Nelson. And that will be number 2 on her, and that could mean trouble for Marshalltown. Here's Pam Leslie. Over to Jenny Fitzgerald. Graham inside. Fitzgerald back again. She makes those blind all night, doesn't she?
Yeah, and this pretty good ball club.
Jenny Fitzgerald, 17-footer, and North Scott off to the races here with a 5-point lead. Nice job of working it in the inside. Spin-around shot by Chris Neroth and Marshalltown. Getting it in, getting it down fast, and that's what they got to do. Here's Fitzgerald again. Can't hit it. From the right side, follow-through shot, and they fight for the rebound, and it is going to be a jump with possession going to Marshalltown on the alternate possession rule. Kirsten Beach will throw it in. Missy Scherer takes it. Marshalltown trailing 7-4, but the Bobcats have a chance now to make it a 1-point game. Neroth puts it back out again, out at the 3-point range, but now here's Marta Nelson playing with 2 fouls and a traveling penalty called on Missy Scherer. So the Lancers wearing the white uniforms, and their colors are scarlet and gray, actually, come in here with a record of 25-0. They are perfect.
And they're going to concern Jerry Hang there, the coach at Marshalltown.
And there's Jenny trying her patented shot from outside, but this time won't go. Marta Nelson with a rebound. Fast break, and Marshalltown once again getting in behind. And that's the kind of stuff they're going to have to do. Kirsten Beach, give her credit for it. We have a 1-point ball game. And the Bobcats are not at all psyched out or in awe of the fact that they're playing an undefeated team. Can't get it to drop that time on a shot by Tracy Moore. And now we have a foul, I believe, coming up on the North Scott Lancers.
Looked like Tracy Graham just got a little anxious after that rebound.
4:46 to go in the first period. This is 94-foot basketball. There you see the score. North Scott leading by 1.
Jim, did you note the classes on the Marshalltown starters?
Right.
5 juniors.
Unbelievable.
I think I can rate them next year.
I believe you can, Mike. With confidence. There's Darcy Burns on a rebound shot, and would you believe Marshalltown's out in front of North Scott at Aldridge. Here comes Fitzgerald, right back down, bank shot. Oh, does she operate and own that kind of a shot. North Scott leading 9-8. We got a ball game here. Back on front to Scherer. Trapper circle. I tell you, there's no tournament jitters on either one of these.
Look at that scoring.
2-2. 5 different scores for Marshalltown. And Tracy Moore with a shot down there that time. Okay, now basketball comes down in the hands of Marshalltown. A nice block on the shot. Ball knocked out of bounds. Missy Scherer had the ball. Knocked away from her.
That's Tracy Graham that blocked it with a close-up there. Field goal so far looks like Marshalltown hitting right at 50. North Scott maybe racing their shots a little more.
And here is Marta Nelson. Can't get it to ball, and they go out on the apron of the court together. They're going to water it over to North Scott. North Scott with the basketball. Come down court with it. And North Scott Lancers. They lead here, or trail rather, we should say, by 1 point, 10-9. Jenny Fitzgerald again. What a pure shot she is. 6 points now for Fitzgerald. Northcott in front, 11-10. On the counterattack, Marshalltown Bobcats. Great tradition in athletics in Marshalltown. Boys basketball, many state championships, football, and now girls basketball, 5-on-5. There's a little jumper there by Kirsten Beach. She can't get it. Fitzgerald with a rebound. Here comes the fast break, and driving down and laying it in there, Pam Leslie. Great feed that time by number 32, Jenny Fitzgerald. Fast break the other way. And not to be outdone, Marta Nelson comes in with her 4th point. We got racehorse basketball, and the fans love it. They're seeing some great 5-on-5. Northcott calls timeout with the score. Northcott 13, Marshalltown 12.
Nobody helps you stretch crop dollars like a Land O'Lakes crop plan agronomist. Get N, P, and K that meets your profit goals. Seed that's just right for your fields. Least cost weed control and more. A crop plan agronomist puts it all together in a computer plan just for your farm. So to stretch your crop dollars, just remember. Your cooperative.
And Mike, even our beloved director Carlos said it's incredible. Here we see it.
We saw Missy Shar coming out with a long length to the court pass to Marta Nelson. I don't know how Marta Nelson does some of the things she does, but there she comes. She squares up, waits for Tracy Graham to go by and puts it up. You mentioned she was a hustler, I think, a girl that had done things. She was just all over the place in her court. Summer Plan will win yesterday, 50-48 over.
Let's listen to the coach over there.
You know, look inside, and you'll find that.
Keep running, keep running.
Well, that's what he said. Keep running, keep running. The crowd loves it, and obviously the Marshalltown fans love it. And when Northcott is doing it, their fans love it. A running ball game. We're seeing kind of a new type of 5-on-5.
We sure are, Jim. Both teams like to push the ball, to run the transition game. Both will pressure on defense.
And the key, Mike, I think we're seeing some great athletes playing this game tonight. Pam Leslie over to Fitzgerald now, and a shot by Simpson. Can't hit it, and you guessed it. Here's Marta Nelson with it. Fast break again, coming in, and look at that. Can't get it to drop, though. Kirsten Beach's shot won't fall. Wild scramble. Who's going to get the ball? And it's still loose. Here's Northcott with it, in and under, and a move a little bit too much there by Tracy Graham as she lost control. Fitzgerald into Graham, however, and Graham can't hit it. Marshalltown, once again, they like to run, and here they come. Kirsten Beach with the ball, palms it. And that's the danger, of course, of that transition game, that famous fast break that we see so often in men's basketball, and now in women's basketball, at least the equal of it.
Well, she was looking up to find her teammate, Missy Shar, her run-mate at guard. Just took her eye off the ball and lost control.
And there's Debbie Menke, the very successful coach, undefeated coach of Northcott. Goes inside, and here's Fitzgerald again. Can't get it to drop this time. Marshalltown giving him just one shot as Beach comes off with a rebound, and she's fouled by Fitzgerald. And if that's on Fitzgerald, that'll be 2. You think you can't afford to lose her, can they?
Well, do you think that new Drake coach Susan Yao is going to honor the scholarship that Carol Baumgarten just made?
She says, send me some more, just like her.
Send me some more.
Marshalltown Bobcats in forecourt with the ball. And you got to say that Northcott's favored on the basis of record as much as anything, but Marshalltown right now playing almost flawless basketball has taken a 14-13 lead on that nice jump turnaround shot by Darcy Burns. Here's Fitzgerald. Simpson. Her number originally was listed as 14. It's actually 12. Simpson with it. And Fitzgerald goes inside to Graham. And Marshalltown just scoops up that loose ball. And here's Missy Shar coming down. Boy, they don't hesitate an instant. Only one idea, get that ball through the net. Marshalltown 16, Northcott 13. Some great, great basketball we're seeing here tonight. And the fans love it. About 70 schools in the state playing 5-on-5 now. And I'll tell you, if they ever improved in 1 year, a very seen example of it, as Tracy Graham on the inside, 6'1", just drops it through. 16-15, Marshalltown with the lead and the ball. Beach. And Graham with the rebound. Slapped around. Who's going to get it? And coming down court, Pam Leslie. But first of all, I think you got a foul here on Marta Nelson. That'll be 3 on Nelson. And that is Let's take a look at that, Mike.
Well, just a little bit of over-aggressiveness. Tracy Graham definitely had the ball, ducked it out to Simpson. You'll see Nelson, she just can't quite get stopped.
All right, she goes out of the ball game, and Lee Kofod comes in. Spells her last name K-O-F-O-E-D. Lee Kofod, number 51, comes in for the Marshalltown Bobcats. Marshalltown leading 16-15. But a big worry for them is Marta Nelson on the bench with 3 fouls. Pam Leslie with the ball now. And here's Jenny Fitzgerald. What's that rainbow up there? Rebounds, and can she get it the second time? She does. Jenny Fitzgerald, very, very quick. It's Fitzgerald's 5'5" and a senior. Marshalltown right back down court, and now here's North Scott with that fast break going the other direction. Pam Leslie, Fitzgerald. This time not quite ready to go, but they get the rebound again. And now to Graham on the inside, and Graham goes right over the head of Chris Nero. And so North Scott is hitting on all 5 cylinders. 19-16, there's the end of the quarter. And what an excellent quarter that was. And we'll be back with the second quarter right after this.
Land O'Lakes Litter Weed. It's the brand new pig starter that actually helps you eliminate post-weaning lag. Because research proves pigs prefer new litter wean 4-to-1 over other top starters. Stop by your local cooperative handling Land O'Lakes products. With a new taste, pigs prefer 4-to-1. At least. Litter Wean, new from Land O'Lakes.
You, your cooperative, and Land O'Lakes.
Why should you try a new seed corn this season? Consistent performance. For the last 4 years, Land O'Lakes hybrids faced the best of the competition in 1,400 test plots in 400 different locations. The results? 12 Land O'Lakes hybrids combined to beat all the test plot averages by 7.5 bushels. That's why consistent performance begins with
You, your cooperative, and Land O'Lakes.
Mike, North Scott has a finesse game and a power game. Here's the power game.
Power game. Jenny Fitzgerald, a fine inside pass. Tracy Graham, big and strong in the lane. Just goes up. The same old turnaround jumper we've seen for years, Jim. No matter what game you play, that one works.
That's right. And she knows how to do it, Tracy Graham. She averaged about 11 points a game during the regular season. And second leading scorer, Fitzgerald, of course, the leading scorer for the North Scott Eldridge Lancers. 18.3. Ran into her grandfather walking around the hallways coming down here tonight. Very proud gentleman. And here's Fitzgerald, and she makes her grandfather even prouder with that one. North Scott pulling away now to a 5-point lead, 21-16. Over to Kirsten Beach. And they just give you that one shot. And Leslie off with the rebound, slowed down momentarily. Now they try to trap her out there. Fitzgerald with the ball. Inside to Graham. Ball loose on the court. Into the lineup here is Ann LaHun. She's the daughter of the athletic director out there at North Scott. And now, over to LaHun. Fitzgerald to Graham. They really bottle her up, and LaHun tries to get over the outstretched hands there, and they lose control of the ball. It goes out of bounds. Touched last by North Scott, Tracy Moore.
You don't know how well that first quarter was played, Jim. It's an unbelievable stat to me. North Scott 1 turnover, Marshalltown 2.
Yes.
That tells you how well it's played.
And especially with the transition game. Here's Neroff. As we're talking, Chris Neroff down the paint. And North Scott leads now 21-18. Marshalltown are back there in blue on defense, and North Scott, of course, in the white uniforms with a basketball. Long, high pass. And Graham can't get it to drop this time. She's going to get the loose ball. Missy Shera picks it up. There's the fast break coming all the way down. And, oh, man. He can't get it to go. Lee Kofod. But they get a reprise here because a foul on the shot is called on number 42, Tracy Moore. Let's look at it.
We're going to look at it. Here we come. He's just coming down, just a little bit out of control. Passes over. Here's the new girl in the lineup. She just came in. Kofod really was on the wrong foot when she started up. Coming off the board. Whoa, got hammered pretty good. I'm not. Hey, by 2 up.
Right. at the free throw line. We pick it up here live at Veterans Auditorium. Kirsten Beach, number 35, pops it through, and Marshalltown can be just 1 point down. If she makes this, she makes it.
Jim, what's 4 times 5? That's Marshalltown's score.
4, that's right. 5 gals with 4 points each. Talk about balance, they've got it. Can't get it to fall there, Pam Leslie. So right away, Marshalltown doing a great job blocking out and getting those rebounds. Missy Shar, which is tough to do against North Scott. And Darcy Burns. There's Darcy Burns with 6. And Marshalltown doesn't bother them at all. Got down by 5. Came storming back here. 22-21. The Marshalltown Bobcats are leading. We got some Marshalltown fans underneath us pounding on those boards, Mike.
We're also getting ready for the rock concert tomorrow, one or the other.
I hope the South overhang holds up and keeps hanging there. Graham bounce pass to Leslie. Quick hands are in there. Here's the fast break once again as Shar comes up with it. She takes it all the way in and gets it. Missy Shar.
Smart move because Fitzgerald with 2 fouls was on her.
And right now it is North Scott that wants the timeout. And so with the score, Marshalltown 24, North Scott 21. Look at this steal. We'll develop it all the way down.
Come out front. Daisy Graham passes it out front, doubled by Leslie. Watch, Star's going to get it. She's going to come out. Kirsten Beach is on her right-hand side.
I thought she might pass it off.
No, because Fitzgerald's in foul trouble. That's the thing to do. Take it straight at Fitzgerald.
And very, very smart basketball. Fitzgerald laid off. She has 3 fouls. North Scott calls timeout with the score. Marshalltown 24, North Scott 21.
Multiply all the cattle you're feeding times a $20 bill. That's what the full line of Land O'Lakes Steakmaker feeds could add to your bottom line. Faster daily gains at a lower cost per pound adds up to an extra $20 per head. There's never been a better reason for Land O'Lakes Steakmaker feeds. So remember,
Your cooperative.
All righty, Mike, we're seeing one heck of a ball game here. 24-21. I call it a fans game. Fans love the transition game.
I do too, Jim, and both of these teams through the year have probably been regarded as the top 2 transition teams in the state. The question on Marshalltown is that we're going to listen to Baker.
It's okay, they're doing okay.
Okay, we're listening.
That was Jerry Hang we were hearing. He says they're doing okay. Jim, we agree with him. Look at the second half field goal percentage. Marshalltown 60%, North Scott 25%.
Against a heck of a defensive team. North Scott, they're undefeated this year. And the Lancers now have the basketball.
Did you agree with the saying of Jerry Hang over there?
Yeah, I did.
They're doing all right.
He said we're doing all right, and his whole theory of life in basketball is to run, and run. Okay, Graham can't get the shot, and once again, well, they had a hand on it, couldn't get the handle, and now it goes back to North Scott. Lohan with it. Leslie. Over to Lohan once again. Pam Leslie. Taking their time to set it up here, and Fitzgerald to Graham. Can she get it? No, an air ball. Follow through, no good. Slammed around. Graham again can't do it. Fitzgerald, can she do it? Can't do it. Fitzgerald again. 5th time is a charm.
12 points already for the outstanding senior.
And Marshalltown now, their lead cut to 1. They have the ball in forecourt. Missy Shar loses control of it. Graham with a steal. Fitzgerald with the ball, being hotly pursued by Beach. She can't get it. Foul on Beach. All right, we're going to take a look at this one again and take it from the start, Mike.
Okay, well, we pick it up as they come clear down to the lane. Fitzgerald, he got an easy go into the basket. Probably a wise foul for first of the game. Fitzgerald had a short 2. She's going to have to work for number 12.
And Beach got her with her body that time, and number 35 has foul number 1, and a good look here at Jenny Fitzgerald. You'll have a good time on St. Patrick's Day come Monday with a name like that. Especially if they win this game tonight.
Yes, and I'll tell you, North Scott just totally demolished an outstanding Waterloo Columbus team yesterday, Jim, 71-42.
And you might think Marshalltown might be a little bit in awe, but they're not. The Bobcats playing up a storm here. North Scott back in front here by 1. Marshalltown with a ball. There's Darcy Burns trying one. Rebound by Nero. Chris Nero pops it in on the rebound shot. And would you believe Marshalltown again by 1. 26-25. Now Graham tries to get it. It's batted away from her, but the North Scott Lancers still have it. North Scott, one of those teams responding to a growth area, reflecting a growth area out by Eldridge, Iowa, just outside of Davenport. And that's Fitzgerald once again. 16 for Jenny. North Scott by 1. Marshalltown beats with the basketball. Here's Shower. Travels as she tries to hit the paint area.
Picked it up right before she went. She had the right idea. She was going in to penetrate.
And very unhappy with herself because this has been a game almost devoid of turnovers. At least self-caused turnovers.
Jim, that's what I was getting at. The 2 Marshalltown losses are to Columbus, the team that North Scott demolished yesterday.
And that, by comparative scores, would lead you to a belief. But I guess in basketball anymore, if you look at the NCAA or look at almost anything, you just don't go by comparative scores. All right, Leslie with it. Can't get it. Rebound is good. That time Tracy Moore was waiting for it. Put it back up again. And North Scott leads by 3. Scramble for the ball. Graham gets it away. Here's Fitzgerald. Fast break. Leslie. And no problem at all. Oh, North Scott now streaking right back into the lead. 31-26. Missy Shar. Underneath. Nearoth. Nice play that time. She got inside Tracy Moore. Had a perfect angle. North Scott 31. Marshalltown 28 in fast moving basketball. Graham on the inside. 3 players around her. Tapped out. Nice play by Marshalltown. And here comes Shar. Down court with it. Beautiful play as she takes it over to Cofield. And Cofield puts it through the hoop. And Marshalltown now just down by 1. North Scott 31. Marshalltown 30. The old saying about the team that has the ball last might apply to this one, Mike.
Boy, a bunch of hard workers out there on the floor, Jim. Capitalistic, they take opportunistic, they take a chance at everything.
All right, Leslie over to Jenny Fitzgerald now, and they go to her when they're in trouble. But this time, they go to Jenny Simpson. And no problem for her from the paint as North Scott takes a 3-point lead, 33-30. Beach. Sharer. Beautiful block on the shot that time by number 42, Tracy Moore, as Cofield was going in. And here, another example of a fast break by Pam Leslie. North Scott out by 5 once again, 35-30. 1:52 to go in the half. Cofield. Beach. And Nearoth trying a shot. She's fouled by Graham before the shot, or maybe during the shot. We'll have to wait and see what they're going to give her. North Scott 35, Marshalltown 30, and we'll look at that one again, Mike.
Okay, here we come. Inside feed from Kirsten Beach. Right over the top. They've really got that play open. Right down on the block. Gets Graham off her feet. Marshalltown really, for no bigger than they are inside, has really gone in and worked the baseline low. Both sides of the basketball.
Right, inside there, 5'11", 5'9", 5'10". Nobody over 6 feet tall.
And they aren't quite as physical as the North Scott kids either. They don't have a Graham in there that really can push you around and go.
Well, Nearoth. And she makes it again. Or makes it, I should say, for the first time. North Scott 35, Marshalltown 31. Jenny Fitzgerald, 1:37 to go in the half. A little bit of catch there around the 3-point range. That wouldn't have been a 3-point shot. She was right on the line. Now back again. Outside.
That's Heather White in the lineup, isn't it? Number 34.
Yeah. And here's ball being taken around there by Lujan and goes out of bounds. It'll be Marshalltown.
I'll tell you one thing. Those kids didn't learn to shoot in a gym with a low ceiling, Jim.
They put a rainbow.
They put some rainbows up there.
Rainbow's right. Tracy Moore touched the ball. It goes out of bounds, and here's Missy Shar.
Turnovers now, Jim. 6 for Marshalltown, 2 for North Scott. Still an extremely low number for a 5-player girls game anyway.
Certainly is, especially with a game we've just taken up in the last couple of years. They have really adjusted to it. Kristen Beach. Shar. Nearoth. Beautiful. We should say Darcy Burns. Beautiful play. And that's her stock shot. Just banks it straight ahead right off the glass. Drops through. North Scott 35. Marshalltown 33. 45 seconds to play in the first half. If Marshalltown sets it up, works for the shot, drains some clock. Shar has other ideas. And here's Missy Shar with the ball coming down. And to Beach. Can she get it? Can't do it. Foul is going to be called. On the Lancers.
Marshalltown is really hurting North Scott where I didn't think they could, Jim. I thought the teams were equal in their quickness. Shaw and Beach were just about equal to Fitzgerald and Leslie outside, but I gave North Scott a big edge inside. It's not been that way.
All right, the foul is called on number 20, Ann Lohan. And in the lineup now for North Scott is Heather White, number 34. Free throw line, we have Beach. Can't get it. And out of bounds goes the ball. It's going to go out to North Scott. 28 seconds to play and a half. North Scott leading 35-33. And one whirl away of a game. Back and forth. Pendulum game, they call it. The Lancers, Jenny Fitzgerald. Lohan down the line, loses the ball once again, and Marshalltown comes up with it with a chance to tie the score by halftime. They got 10 seconds to do it. Beach. 7 seconds. Shar. And who's going to get it? Marshalltown. A foul is called on
Tracy Moore.
Tracy Moore picks it up, so Marshalltown will have a chance.
Looks to me like they look at Moore and Lahine. A couple of those kids, they've had a lot more sun in Eldridge than they have in Des Moines this week.
Right. They've been out there, I guess, practicing outdoors. At the free throw line, number 45, Darcy Burns. Oh, net on that one. Beautiful.
Jim, well, I just think this is going to be a great team next year.
Oh.
I'll take them and schedule them in a couple surrounding states if they want to go there.
Considering the fact they are all back next year, the whole starting five for Marshalltown. She ties the score at 35. There's Jenny Fitzgerald, and she does actually hit the net from about 50 feet out. And what a second half we're going to have. 35-35. Halftime shows are always something special here at the Iowa Girls Tournament. And the Tri-Center Golden Girls have another spectacular one coming up right after this. All right, and what a first half we had, Mike. 35-35, Lancers and the Bobcats going at it. You really couldn't detect any kind of a trend. I thought when Marta Nelson picked up number 3, that might be the end of it, or slow it down at least, for the Marshalltown Bobcats. But it didn't slow down. They picked it up. And we'll be back with halftime right after this.
High School Basketball Tournament, and with me is Ken Clint. Ken is the 1985 winner of the Conservation Tillage category of the Iowa Master Soybean Growers Association's competition. And Ken, first of all, congratulations. Tell us what that champion yield was.
It yielded 71.26 bushels per acre, Mark.
That's pretty phenomenal. That probably was pretty close to the conventional winner, I'd imagine.
It was about a half bushel less than the conventional winner, and we're quite pleased with this yield.
Okay, how long have you been working with conservation tillage in your operation?
We started doing some about 20 years ago, but since 1974, we've been full-time conservation tillage.
What about some of the advantages? Why are you doing conservation tillage? What's the purpose?
Probably the biggest advantage of conservation tillage is controlling of soil erosion. There are some other advantages that can come along with conservation tillage, such as reduction in machine costs, reduction in time, and maybe conservation of the moisture, which will help you down the road in providing a bigger yield.
Okay, what are some of the critical things? Obviously, seed variety is one.
Well, seed and variety are probably the biggest things. There's really 3 things that I think contribute to this big yield. One is luck, the other one's Mother Nature, and the last one is the variety. And the last one is really the only one that I have any control over.
Okay. All right, so you're particular about your seed variety, and you chose Land O'Lakes.
Yes, we selected Land O'Lakes 4205 this year for our variety. This particular variety had 4 out of the top 6 yields in the state of Iowa this year.
All right, Ken, thank you. We'd like to bring in Dave Seahusen at this point. Dave, step on in here. He's in charge. He's the manager of the seed division up at Land O'Lakes at Fort Dodge. And Dave is going to make the presentation of the award. Dave?
Ken, on behalf of Land O'Lakes and our member cooperatives, we're pleased to give you this plaque. This plaque is recognition as the Iowa 1985 Master Conservation Soybean Champion. Congratulations, Ken.
Thank you.
Dave, thank you. Ken, thank you. And we'd all like to thank Land O'Lakes.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob Hilligus presents the Golden Girls. Who would believe a 1980s material girl would accept a ride with a scruffy 1920s Charlie Chaplin? Follow her adventure as they travel through time and come back to the future. Ladies and gentlemen, the Tri-Center Golden Girls.
was a famous trumpet man out Chicago way. He had a boogie sound that no one else could play. He was a gospel man at his craft. But then his number took smoke, and he was gone with the draft. He's in the army now, a blowing reveille. He's the boogie-woogie bugle boy of Company B. He blow a bugle for his Uncle Sam. He really brought him down because he could not stand. The captain seemed to understand, because the next year the captain went out and down to the band. And now the company took when he plays reveille. He's the boogie-woogie bugle boy of Company B. He was from the boogie-woogie bugle boy of Company B. And he played boogie-woogie bugle, he was busy as a baby. When he played, he made a company jump ace at the bar. He's the boogie-woogie bugle boy of Company B. The boys will sing the boogie every night, and wake them up and sing me in the early pride. They clap their hands and say that me, cause they know the golden from against the beat. Whoa, whoa, he makes it up when he plays reveille. The boogie-woogie bugle boy of Company B. And the company suddenly for reveille. He's the boogie-woogie bugle boy of Company B.
Round, round, get around, I get around, yeah, get around, round, round, I get around, I get around, round, round, I get around, get around, round, round, I get around, I'm getting bored driving up and down the same old street. I gotta find a new place where the kids are hip. You're getting real well known. Yeah, the bad guy knows and they leave us alone. Oh, get around, round, round, get around, get around, ba 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 ran, ba 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 ran. To a dance, looking for romance. Saw Barbara Ann, so I thought I'd take a chance with Barbara Ann. Randy got me rocking and rolling, rocking and reading Barbara Ann. If everybody had a nose across the USA, then everybody'd be surfing USA. USA. Everybody's gone surfing USA. Everybody's gone surfing USA. Yeah, everybody's gone surfing USA. Yeah, everybody's gone surfing USA.
Ladies and gentlemen, the 20 Center Golden Girls.
Now, so these stations on the Iowa Girls Tournament Network can identify themselves.
WHO-TV, Channel 13, Des Moines, Iowa.
Could you use some extra planting insurance this spring? You've got it with Land O'Lakes TQ4 diesel fuel and a full line of lubricants. TQ4 comes with the exclusive injector warranty, and every lubricant is quality guaranteed. It's your best insurance for a smoother planting season. Stock up now, and remember, spring energy starts with
Your cooperative.
Nobody helps you stretch crop dollars like a Land O'Lakes crop plan agronomist. Get N, P, and K that meets your profit goals. Seed that's just right for your fields. Least cost weed control and more. A crop plan agronomist puts it all together in a computer plan just for your farm. So to stretch your crop dollars, just remember,
Your cooperative.
The 1986 Tournament Queen is here in attendance, and of course we're very happy to find out that it's Jody Radigan from Tri-Center Neola. And Jody, congratulations. I know you were really excited when you heard about this. And how do you feel right now?
I'm still really excited. I can't believe it happened. It's quite an experience.
Well, you know, there are quite a number of young ladies up there participating, and I'd really think it's a great honor for you to be named.
Oh, definitely it is. I was so happy my team selected me as their queen, and then to be the queen of the whole state tournament, it's an honor.
One thing I want to talk to you about, I know very definitely that you've set some extremely significant girls basketball records. And I know you're a very modest young lady, but we'd like to have you tell us a little bit about it. How about free throws? How many free throws in a row have you come up with this year?
I made 53 in a row in games.
What about the tournament? Was that exciting for you?
Oh, yeah, that was fun. We played Dyke, and it went into overtime, and we got beat by 1 point. It was a really fun game.
From 19 feet out or more, three-point plays in girls basketball, how many of those have you scored?
I believe it's 66.
What about hobbies? Do you have any that take up your time other than athletics?
Basically extracurricular activities at school, the chorus and swing choir, and just being out at school most of the time.
Neola's proud of you. The state of Iowa is proud of you, and thank you so much. 1986 Tournament Queen, Jody Radigan.
All right, we're standing right where the Tri-Center Neola people were putting on that spectacular performance, and I'm talking to a young lady who's crammed about as much in 27 years as it's entirely possible. In fact, I'm telling you, I'm a little bit envious of what she's been able to do in her young lifetime. She's an Air Force Wing Commander. She is captain in the Air Force. She's a Rhodes Scholar. She comes from Spencer, from Leon, but I'm going to let her tell the story because her name is Michelle Johnson, Captain Michelle Johnson. She is a First Lady honoree here at the state tournament at the awards banquet this morning. She was so designated, and of course she is the cover girl if you have looked at the cover. And I want to introduce her now. Out of uniform. You've been in uniform and out of uniform. What's most comfortable?
Well, it depends on the occasion. Right now, I'm very happy to be in a relaxed position so I can run around in the crowd without really making a big show of myself.
You gave a spectacular talk this morning. In fact, I taped it. Mr. Cooley wanted me to tape it. I did, and a very inspirational talk for these young ladies listening to you. And I know you did the same at the breakfast. Your message to them is you can do it. You can do what you want to do. Is that it?
That's right, and that's why I feel it's so important that I had a chance to talk to the girls and to the coaches and administrators here. From the kids we see out from Tri-Center putting on a tremendous extravaganza to the gals playing basketball. They've got to know now that life is open for them. It's wide open, and I want very much to give them some of the excitement I felt in my life.
Don't hold back. When did you first experience this tremendous surge, the inner fire, as you put it, to do and accomplish and achieve what you have?
I think it came along somehow in the, well, who knows when exactly, but my junior year of high school, I really had the opportunity to travel a little bit and get away and to examine who I really was and where I was going. And I realized that the world's wide open.
As an Air Force Wing Commander, you are in charge of 4,500 men. What does that feel like?
Well, they weren't all men. We had about 300 women at the time. It was a heady experience in the sense that I had a very responsible position, and as General Patton said, responsibility enlarges the spirit, and I was very excited about it.
And Michelle, Captain Michelle Johnson, you flew, just give the public an idea where you flew to in the big planes this past week.
Well, I've had a busy week. Last week I flew between Germany and Norway, and then down to Italy one day. So we keep us busy. We're in the European Airways, South America, Africa, you name it. We go where they need us.
And you occupy the #1 seat now in the airliner, right?
That's right. I can fly from either the right or left seat. I have a few more hours to to go before I'll be in command, but I'm just about there.
That's only part of it. She's been a championship basketball player in this country, over in Europe. You attended Oxford as a student, a Rhodes Scholar, and you also were on the crew over there. Is that correct?
That's right. I gave rowing a try, and I found it's the ultimate team sport. There's no room for an individual there. We all have to work completely in synchronization with each other, and it was exciting.
Well, you've done this much at 27, a whole lifetime at 27. What's ahead now? What do you want to do?
It's hard to know. I'm trying to do the best I can and live up to this award, for instance, because it's really quite overwhelming. And all one can do is prepare oneself for the opportunity when it knocks, and I'm not really sure where I'll be in 10 years, but I hope I'm doing everyone else some good and myself as well.
Well, maybe it's a premonition. You got the First Lady Award. Does that mean that you want to be the First Lady Governor, First Lady President, Lady Senator, something like that?
Well, you never can tell.
Do you think you might stay in flying of some kind or what?
I will for at least a while. I don't know that I'll do it for an entire career, but for now I'm pleased to be honing my skills and to be a competent professional.
I'll tell you one thing, Michelle, we're all proud of you, and good luck to you.
Oh, thanks so much.
All right. Right now, let's go to the Land O'Lakes billboard. For 27 consecutive years, the Iowa Girls High School Basketball Finals have been brought to you by Land O'Lakes and your cooperative handling Land O'Lakes products and servitives.
We call your attention to Section 16, Row 1, and we'd like to welcome the governor of the great state of Iowa, Governor Terry Branstad, and his lady.
Coming up here, are you? Welcome back to the 1986 Girls State Tournament. We're in the halftime of the 5-player championship game. Well, here's the stats for the first half. Marshalltown shooting 48.4%. The stats about as even as the game. 35-35 for the halftime. Still one of the big questions to me. The turnovers still low. 6 for one team, 4 for the other one. For Marshalltown, exceptional balance. 10 points for Darcy Burns. Everyone's been scoring. On the other hand, for North Scott, Jenny Fitzgerald, most of the show, 16 points. Tracy Graham was 7 before she sat down with her 2 fouls in the second quarter. Pam Leslie was 6. Tracy Moore with 4. Jenny Simpson with 2. About ready to start action here in the second half. Again, tie score, Marshalltown 35. Top-rated North Scott 25-0, also 35 points. Again, with the alternating possession rule, no jump ball to start the second half. Marshalltown with the ball in control. You see that Marta Nelson is back in the game. She'd sat down with 3 fouls early. Welcome home, Jim. We got Nessie Shar driving through the lane. Good back. Marshalltown team just won't quit. With 3 counters from North Scott, 37-37. At halftime.
All right. Fighting for the rebound, and who's going to get it? Goes out of bounds. It'll be
North Scott ball.
Possession of North Scott. They're going toward the west basket to our left. Jenny Fitzgerald will throw it in. Mike, what do you have to choose between these two teams right now? Anybody have an edge, even though the score is tied?
Both teams came back out just like they've been playing, Jim. And was that a scoop for an election that you got coming up there?
I don't know. Maybe. First Lady. I thought it would be appropriate. There's Graham. She tries to get it through. Can't get it. And the gal who missed most of the first half picks up foul number 4. Tough luck, Marta Nelson. There's always somebody in every game that's a star, but for some reason or other one's in a foul trouble. And Mike, let's look at it again.
Okay, we're going to look at it. Here they come off the board. Marshalltown controlling. Back out to Nelson. Jenny Fitzgerald, 32. She's set well.
All right, and so she's going to stay in there, I guess. Marshalltown feels they need her, and some coaches go to that theory. Why take them out when you really need them in there? Nice steal that time by Schauer. And here's Beach with it. And now the foul goes the other way on Pam Leslie, or rather on Tracy Moore. Let's look at it right now.
Take a look. Showers at the ball. They're triple teaming her with the pressure, but you'll see Kirsten Beach going out front. Here we come. I believe it's Simpson going to come into the picture. Yes, it is. Whoops, and then Tracy Moore crosses over and gets her.
And Tracy Moore was the one that committed the foul, and at the line is Beach. For a while, that wasn't going to drop. Marshalltown now leads by 1. And as Mike and I agree, the team that has the last hand on the ball could be the winner. Right now, it's Marshalltown out in front by 2, 39-37. Jenny Fitzgerald. Back to Jenny again. Here comes about a 19-footer. And with the gal playing with 4 fouls, Marta Nelson takes the rebound. Beach back over to Missy Shar. Can she get it? Can't get it to drop. A heartbreaker for her. And now a foul on Missy Shar, number 31.
How many times do you see that, Jim? A little frustration. She missed a shot. She got her hand down.
We're going to look at it again here, Mike, and see just exactly how.
I saw the ball just barely rolling up. Tracy Graham up well with the rebound. Moore, up with the rebound. Here comes Shar off the backside. You see another young lady trying to get out of the way there.
That's human.
Marta Nelson.
I call that a human nature foul. Try to get the rebound after you miss the shot. Now here's Simpson with it. She can't get it. Graham tries for it, and she gets it. Well, we're 39-39. 5:52 left to play in an exciting third period. There's Nelson and a fingertip pass, but she is, I'm afraid, going to be called for a charging foul.
No question.
And she stomps her foot, so you know the foul's going to be on her. Doesn't want to leave the basketball court, and you got to empathize with her.
Yes, she did. And she maybe doesn't have as much ability as some of the other kids, but she is such a key kid to this team. Never stopped us from maybe dictates the pace of their game more than any single player.
Well, I mean, if effort counts for something, I'd give her about 1,000% right now. So she's out of the lineup on a charging foul on Marta Nelson. 39-39. Marshalltown, however, operated even with her on the bench in pretty good fashion in the first half. Now they dish it inside. They can't hit it this time. And they go up for the rebound, and now another foul is called off Darcy Burns. That'll put Tracy Moore at the free throw line. Cheerleaders are out in force tonight. Every color of the rainbow represented here in the school colors. And when we have the Parade of Champions, of course, you'll see them all. All the different sports of the Girls High School Union represented. Not just basketball. Here's Tracy Moore. 2 shots coming. 39-39 deadlock. She's trying to break here. Too much iron there. Mike, just amazing the performances on the basketball court at Tri Center and off the basketball court at halftime.
We talked that last night, Jim, with Dyke.
Right, same thing. And they played a sensational game against each other. So it's now 40-39. She made one of them, missed the other, and it's Marshalltown driving toward the east basket here at the auditorium. Over to Kirsten Beach. Missy Shar can't get it. Follow-through shot is good. Got it up is Chris Miller. Goes through, and Marshalltown's back in front in this swinging pendulum game. Davenport, or we should say the gals from the Davenport area, North Scott, tried to bat it out there, and it's taken by Beach. And now here's Marshalltown, and Chris Neroff. Tremendous play. Basket's good. And Chris Neroff is fouled. Let's get a replay on this.
We're going to get to look. There we go. Kirsten Beach coming over the top. They're penetrating in the lane again. Look at it come up in there. New Rock just forces their way right inside. 3 girls. Marshalltown wasn't supposed to be able to work the middle like this.
Can you believe 5 juniors in that lineup?
Jim, we got 2 substitutes in there now, and guess what they are? They're both sophomores.
Sophomores.
Lee Kofed and Kim Kane are both.
She can't make the 3-point play, but they do take a 3-point lead, 43-40 over North Scott. We're just about at the midway point of the third period. Here, the 5-on-5 state championship, and we got a scorcher. Simpson with it. Beautiful. You can see the trajectory of that right in front of us. That was all net. 43-42. Marshalltown with the lead in the ball, and Missy Schauer And loose ball that time. Kopech couldn't hold on to it, and Davenport Central, we should say, North Scott of Eldridge coming down, and it's good. Look at some facts and figures here on my sheet of the games that they played with Davenport Central and Davenport West down there. North Scott dominating that area. And now North Scott battling for the basketball. Marshalltown comes up with it. It is North Scott with the basketball. Here comes Fitzgerald with it. Marshalltown leading by 3, now trailing by 1. North Scott. Here's Jenny Fitzgerald. Well, she put a rainbow arc on that, but couldn't hit it, and now Marshalltown with a rebound after a couple of tries. Number 53, Kim Kaner, came down with that. One of the subs off the Marshalltown bench, only a sophomore. 2-3 zone being used by North Scott. Rebound shot, can't hit it once again. And now another shot. Finally. Oh, and you can get that many shots against North Scott. Kim Nuroff putting it through. Marshalltown in front, 45 to 44. Simpson can't get it. Marshalltown with a rebound. Kristen Beach. Racehorse down the other side. Shard, a Beach, baseliner. Good! I'm telling you, they must be in tremendous shape to be able to run up and down. It looks like they're getting ready for the great relays.
That's the same thing I said, Jim. It looks to me like if it's one team's tiring, it might be the team in white. I see momentum blue right now.
Now, find another one now, and she hits it. That's Jenny Fitzgerald getting her 20th point. She keeps North Scott right in there, just 1 point down. Missy Shar has the ball taken away from her, and here's Fitzgerald with it. No problem for Fitzgerald on top of the fact she was fouled. The trailer coming in there also helped her on the steal, Pam Leslie.
Right, Jim. So much for who I thought had momentum. We're going to look at it from the steal.
Let's look at it again as how they get the basketball away from Marshalltown.
There it is. Actually, Leslie dug it away from Shar there. We got Fitzgerald coming down. Here we get Beach coming into the picture, but never should have let her go. They should have let her go. 2 points was enough.
That's right, 2 points, but now Fitzgerald has a chance for 3. She's already got 22. No problem on that one. Jenny Fitzgerald. Okay, Marshalltown now with the basketball, but trailing by 2. There it is.
He's not bashful.
Lee Crawford coming back again to tie the score at 49. North Scott. And couldn't handle it in the middle, Tracy Graham. And right away, the gal is doing a lot of it now. Missy Shar comes down and is fouled by number 40, Pam Leslie. Talking about North Scott, the way they kind of ran rough shot. Let's look at it right now. Let's look at it from the steal.
Okay, here we come. Really comes into Tracy Graham. She can't quite handle it. Leslie Shar is more responsible for that steal than anyone else.
Right.
Holding defensive position. Here she comes. I've lost. There it comes. I knew she still had it. Leslie Shar taking a chance at a charge.
And
she drew the foul.
She drew the foul. She misses her first free throw. Now we get back to live action again. This will be free throw number 2. She can give her team a 1-point lead. Can't do it. Got the rebound. Let's see. Is it going to be Marshalltown? It is. Bobcats come up with it. 1:50 left to go in the third period. Now Kofod with it. Back out to Shar. And tries to make a save on it. Can't do it. That was Darcy Burns going out of bounds. As we said, North Scott ran rough shot through the whole Davenport area, beating West, Davenport North, Davenport Assumption, Davenport Central, and beating them both, all of those twice during the regular season. Traditionally a tough basketball area in either men or women's basketball. And right now, here's the Bobcats come up with another steal, and Kofod lays it up. Boy, we're talking North Scott having trouble holding on to that ball, and the reason they are, the great defense being played by the Marshalltown Bobcats. Leslie can't hit it. Marshalltown with it again. A 1-on-0 fast break. At least it started out that way. Missy Shar coming down, and Pam Leslie caught up and fouled her. Oh, is that ever going to stop? All they got to do, Mike, just put these gals outside, put batons in their hand, and I think they might be 4x100 relay champions.
Well, they're sure working at it. And Coach Deb Mankey calls Jenny Fitzgerald over just off the screen to the left. We saw real well what she said. Calm down, Jenny. You're our leader. We're not going to take those long shots.
Yeah, it's so unusual for Deb to find herself on the losing end of the score, the short end of the score, not necessarily the losing end.
Well, they won the state volleyball. She can become only the third coach in the history to win 2 separate sports the same year.
Right.
The other two are 2 guys you know well.
And did she have a fabulous record with the sophomore team or the
Yeah, she hasn't lost
junior high team?
Hasn't lost a game in 3 years.
Okay, and there you see it. Marshalltown taking a 4-point lead, 53-49, with 1:09 left to go. Hold on to your hats here. And now it's Jenny Fitzgerald, the miss everything of the North Scott of Eldridge team. Fitzgerald, nice hook pass on the inside. Graham can't get it to go. Kind of a wild shot by Graham, and she gets only one chance at it as Beach takes the rebound. And here's Kofit again with it. Beach, and is that going to drop? It does. Incredible shot. by Beach. Boy, are they going after him. You said it. Marshalltown 55, North Scott 49. Simpson with it, and she can't get it to fall. Great rebounding technique by the Marshalltown Bobcats, and Miroff can't get it to fall. Marshalltown, can they get it? Here's Jenny Fitzgerald streaking down the other way. Leslie loses control of the ball, and a foul is called on Marshalltown. Marshalltown almost had their basket up there.
They sure did, and that was Angie O'Neill that really made a pretty good play. That foul's not going to cost them that hard.
So that'll put Pam Leslie at the free throw line. Marshalltown leading 55-49 with 19 seconds to go in one whale of a third quarter.
And, Jim, I think this surprises a lot of people. We mentioned Deb Menke a minute ago in her first year as a head coach. Jerry Hang, the Marshalltown coach, has coached in Wisconsin. He has a 70-30 career mark, had been in 2 Wisconsin state tournaments. This is his first season of coaching in Iowa. Marshalltown still retains that 6-point lead with 19 seconds to go, and Leslie will have another whack at it here. Can't get it either time, and Marshalltown loses nothing because they get the rebound. Miroff came off with that. Now they're going to go for the one shot. They'll count the clock down. It shows 14 seconds right now. Over to Tofud. Back out in front. They better get moving with it here. It's down to 5 seconds. 4 seconds. 3 seconds. Shot. Got to walk. And she traveled with the ball. So that won't go. Angie O'Neill walked with the ball. Marshalltown 55, North Scott 49, and it's likely to remain that way because there's just 2 seconds remaining, and Lahoud puts it in, Lahan rather, puts it into the back court, and making a valiant try at it there. The shot falls away from the basket. Jenny Fitzgerald trying that last shot. Okay, Marshalltown 55, North Scott 49, and we'll be right back for the final quarter after this.
Why should you try a new seed corn this season? Consistent performance. For the last 4 years, Land O'Lakes hybrids faced the best of the competition in 1,400 test plots in 400 different locations. The results? 12 Land O'Lakes hybrids combined to beat all the test plot averages by 7.5 bushels. That's why consistent performance begins with
Your cooperative.
Could you use some extra planting insurance this spring? You've got it with Land O'Lakes TQ4 diesel fuel and a full line of lubricants. TQ4 comes with the exclusive injector warranty, and every lubricant is quality guaranteed. It's your best insurance for a smoother planting season. Stock up now, and remember, spring energy starts with
Your cooperative.
Mike, right now we're going to look at the heart and soul of the Marshalltown offense. They're fast break.
All right, and here we come with Kofed on the front of it. This time the outlet from Darcy Burns. She's going all the way to the basket. Up and in again. Jim, very valuable. This is Shar, who keys most of the Marshalltown offense. The real hustler on defense. Coach Jerry Hang, who you're looking at, very wisely got the last 45 seconds rest out of her.
Right, North Scott really falling off there, down to 25 to 50 for Marshalltown, and that was the key to that quarter.
And you mentioned they look tired. Those shots are hitting the front of the rim.
That's right. And now over to Simpson, and Graham finally hits one. Graham banks it off the glass. Casey Graham, Marshalltown by 4, and the Bobcats with the basketball now. Shaw, the playmaker. And nice, beautiful shot there by Darcy Burns. Anybody at any level of sport in basketball, man or woman, would be proud to make of that shot. Fitzgerald over to Simpson. Air ball. And Marshalltown just taking control of the glass after those missed shots by North Scott. Marshalltown now leading 57-51.
The Marshalltown team was very fortunate to be in the state tournament. Both Benton in the quarterfinal round and Iowa City West in the final had them on the rope.
And they almost lose at that time, but retain it. Darcy Burns out there.
I hope I didn't say Iowa City West. I think I did. It was Iowa City High.
Iowa City High School, okay. And now Marshalltown trying to get the open shot. Beach with it. And Darcy Burns against that Davenport zone. They're trying to get over to the weak side of that and get him out of position. And Beach can hit it. They fight for the rebound. He's going to get it. Davenport. We should say North Scott takes it away. Here's North Scott with the basketball. Jenny Fitzgerald. Back to Jenny again. Simpson.
Somebody else has to shoot the ball, Jeff.
Right. Simpson trying those outside shots, and they're just not working for her at all. Missy Shar. Now we'll have one here. Pam Leslie on a steal. Here comes Pam for North Scott, and she gets it, and she is fouled. Well, I think looking at it from a North Scott standpoint, they needed something like that to pump a little life. Let's take a look at it from the steal for North Scott.
Okay, here we come. Great individual effort again by Glenn. Whoa, she really just kind of lost that ball, and then Leslie's going to come back. And she gets it back.
Overran it.
Jim, you're going to see one thing, a foot race. There's one North Scott, one Marshalltown, 2, 3, 4 Marshalltown, if you could see them coming. We didn't see them. The next 4 kids down the floor were Marshalltown.
Leslie can't get the three-pointer. Marshalltown does get the basketball. 57-53. Marshalltown with the lead in the ball, and that's Beach over to Sharp. Now cross court again to Beach. In the middle, Darcy Burns. And, oh, does she have that shot now, doesn't she?
Yes, Jim, and it's the same. It's the same basic play that Marshalltown used last year with Ken Sutton as a coach.
6-point lead for Marshalltown. Simpson tries to go in the middle of Tracy Graham. Gets the rebound, goes up for the shot again, and she did that on great individual effort. That's the power game that they like to play inside for the North Scott Lancers. Beach. There, that's Marshalltown with it now, leading 59-55, 5:27. And the ball won't drop for Missy Shaw, but it does drop. As Nurlock comes in with her 15th point. Marshalltown leading 61-55. Graham on the inside, just straight power again, Graham, and can't get it to fall, and this time Darcy Burns with a rebound. Boy, is there a battle royal going on inside. Hard hat area. Marshalltown leading 61-55. And it's Missy Shar over to Beach with the ball. Went up to the side to slow it down a bit here.
I don't think they know how to slow it down.
Beach. And can't get it outside. Rebound taken by Graham, and Graham is fouled.
What I meant by that, I don't think it's in their personality, Jeff.
And that'll be Beach picking up the foul there. She tried to get the steal away from Graham. And, of course, we're now in 1-1 at both ends of the court. Marshalltown 61, North Scott 55. North Scott led at the quarter. First quarter, 19-16. Halftime was tied at 35. And Graham will now be at the free throw line, trying 1-1. No problem at all for Tracy Graham. She's a 57% free throw. And she cuts Marshalltown's lead by 2 at 61-57. Bobcats lead. Out of the back court now. Beach with it. Over to Shar. Do a great job of handling the basketball. 51 is Lee Kofut. Here's Missy Shar. Look at that one.
That's Kofut. She's got a good ball game.
Kofut, boy, does she look great coming off the bench. Marshalltown 63-57. Kofut gets that one, and now let's see what Pam Leslie could do. She can't get it, but Darcy Burns takes the rebound, and I think she's fouled. She's fouled by Tracy Moore.
That's 4 on Moore. Marshalltown has just effectively cut off the North Scott forwards.
They really have, and they block out so well underneath there, giving him just one shot.
That's it for Tracy Moore.
Tracy Moore heads for the bench. Heads for the chair. We're going to say to hardwood, but actually the chair is over there. And Debbie Menke is talking to her drive shaft there, Jenny Fitzgerald.
And Jim, as I started to say, they really cut off their forwards. Simpson, number 12, has only 6 points. She's 3 for 14. Tracy Moore leads with 6. Both those kids are...
Here's Darcy Burns, and can't get it. Marshalltown's lead is still 6, 63-57. Jenny Fitzgerald threads her way all the way through, and a nice back door. They're taking a feed from Fitzgerald. Graham puts it up. Marshalltown leads 63-59. 3:54 to play. Bobcats have it. And Colfred again, and this time she can't get it, and it's Fitzgerald with it. Now let's watch Fitzgerald as she feeds over to Pam Leslie. The play that they like the best. Fitzgerald driving down court. And now Deb Menke's and the North Scott. The North Scott Lancers turn to cheer. North Scott calls timeout with a score. Marshalltown 63, North Scott 61.
Multiply all the cattle you're feeding times a $20 bill. That's what the full line of Land O'Lakes Steakmaker feeds could add to your bottom line. Faster daily gains at a lower cost per pound adds up to an extra $20 per head. There's never been a better reason for Land O'Lakes Steakmaker feeds. So remember,
Your cooperative and Land O'Lakes.
All right, let's listen to the Marshalltown huddle here.
And you got to get back on defense. Hustle back, because they're getting that ball out and running a little bit now. Okay? You've got to break their momentum. You've got to break that streak.
Okay, there is the North Scott huddle. Listen in. All right, you're hearing the voice of Debbie Menke of North Scott of Eldridge. And right now, 3:37 to be played. What an exciting finish. What a setup.
That was the big point of the thing. We didn't hear what Debbie Menke said. I think we know. The last 2 times down the floor, Marshalltown was up 6, shooting at the free throw line. The last 2 times down the floor, they discovered Jenny Fitzgerald again. That's their offense. They got to have the ball in her hands.
And they got to do it. And Marshalltown now with the ball at forecourt. And North Scott playing aggressive defense, trying to come up with it. They come out to pressure the ball. Otherwise, a 2-3. Kirsten Beach can't hit it. And for North Scott, the rebound taken by Tracy Moore. Simpson. Ball comes down across the timeline. Here's Jenny Fitzgerald with the basketball. A chance to tie the score here for North Scott. The Lancers with it. And it's Jenny Fitzgerald. She's going to shoot it. A little short. And Darcy Burns with it. No, Beach with the rebound. Kirsten Beach. Marshalltown now with a chance to go up by 4. Beach. See if they take their time to set this whole thing up. They got the lead by 2 for Carrier's points. Colfred. Back again now, and right through the heart of the defense, but it won't fall. The rebound shot won't fall, and it's a foul on North Scott and Lahan. Let's take a look at that one.
Looked like both shots could have gone in there. Here we come. Shara, she's done so well. Penetration down the lane, swings through, looks like it's in the ball. That's it. She did everything right, but whoops, around and around and around.
But she does not fall through.
And the following shot we didn't see by Darcy Burns, who's at the line now, was every bit as close.
Darcy Burns at the free throw line, now trying for number 2, and it's up and in. Marshalltown leading North Scott of Eldridge, 65-61. Fast break now for North Scott, in and under. Graham can't hit it. Darcy Burns with a key rebound, stolen away by Graham, and it's a jump ball, but alternating possession will go to Marshalltown. Debbie Menke patrolling the sidelines. Jerry Hang in a crouch there in front of his bench. 2:20 left to play. Marshalltown with the ball and a 4-point lead. Now with the Bobcats, Jerry Hang motions. He said, I want you to Drive in toward the basket. I want you to keep moving toward the basket. Out in front now, you see Shar.
There's the clock, Jim. 2 minutes and counting.
We're going to watch it now, and we'll see. You'll be able to count down with us here. 1:58. Marshalltown in the interior. Kofed with it. Bank shot. Well, she owns that bank shot. Haven't seen Kofed?
He's got 12 big points off the bench, Jim.
You talk about an instant hero, and now Marshalltown leading by 6. We're going to stay up here, ladies and gentlemen. Mike, let's look at these two huddles. And let's take a look at what Debbie Menke is going to be saying to her team. North Scott.
First possession of the floor. We need to get a quick 2 points. You understand? If you can work it inside, fine. If you can't, Doyle took a good shot from the outside. It doesn't have to be a 3-pointer. It doesn't have to be. However, now on defense, we got to go out and get him. You got to go out and pick him up. Pick him up man to man. Right. Jenny, you got the black-haired girl.
Back in the zone. The only thing, Lee, you've got to watch out for that pick that they set for Fitzgerald. You got to come out on that. Darcy, you got to watch on that roll because they're going to look over there. The other thing is now we've got to make sure on that press that we get all the people up. Also, if they are in a man-to-man, we go immediately to 4 corner.
Well, there you see it, and there you hear it. Only Iowa girls brings you this kind of action, the inside story. Not from us, right from the coach themselves, Mike.
Well, then, Jim, that means that totally the next time we see the ball, first time down, she said a quick shot early. We need a quick possession to get it within 5.
All right, let's see how well they carry out the coach's orders and how well they're able to. Leslie with it. Fitzgerald does take that quick shot, but can't get it, and it plays right into Marshalltown's hands.
Okay, then they said if there's man-to-man, which they said they were going to do, we go directly to 4 corners.
They are going man-to-man.
They pick that up quick. They go directly to 4 corners.
Okay, and here's exactly what they're doing. And they're playing for the foul, and don't quite get it there. Now Shire with it.
4 corners. Dean Smith on it.
Again, and so now it's Pam Leslie as North Scott with their backs to the wall. Now we'll send Lee Kofed to the line for Marshalltown.
I've watched so many games, and I would have liked to know both teams' strategies as well as we've known this time.
Isn't that great?
Everything this is they go through.
What the Captain Carlos and his crew are doing for us. Look at that rainbow. I'll tell you, we're going to vote for most valuable player for Marshalltown if they win this. Who are you going to vote for?
I don't know, Jim. This is not an easy pick. But tell you what, this
the choice here wouldn't be too bad. Kofed, 2 clutch free throws, and all the other points she's made, and now Marshalltown by 8 with 1:16 to play. Tracy Graham is fouled in the middle. But it may be getting academic by now. Shower, and this indeed will be considered an upset. Marshalltown coming out with a victory. They barely got her to state. What a Cinderella story. And this team from North Scott has just totally dominated everybody all year long. I was just trying to look over the scores here.
4 of the last 5 games Marshalltown could have lost very easily.
And Tracy Graham at the line, and she can't get it, but the rebound. Simpson puts it up. She can't get it, and that may be the ball game right there with a rebound. No, traveling is called on Darcy Burns. So North Scott still has life.
But Marshalltown's still up on their toes, Jim. They have not gotten tired.
And look at that one. Air ball, follow-through shot. Simpson can't get it. Another one by Simpson. She can't get it again. Is she going to get this time? 4-foul shot. 5 shot. Can't get it. And now it is a jump ball and will be North Scott's possession. I was just looking over the scores, the way they demolish teams over there. Davenport Central, traditionally a bellwether of basketball power. They beat them 69-19 and 89-45 in their 2 meetings. But here they are on the short end, and she tries the 3-pointer. Can't hit it. Marshalltown with a fast break, but the Bobcats are not going to take it. They could have had probably a fairly easy bucket that time. Foul called on the Lancers. It'll be on Fitzgerald.
Fitzgerald's closing out her career well, Jim. 23 points. She played awfully well. I think the conditioning's been the biggest factor.
I do, too. You got to admit, Marshalltown just racehorsing up and down. You know, you talk about, some people said girls might not be able to play 5 and 5. Let's take a look at North Scott.
Okay, now listen, this is what it's got to be. The three-pointers have got to be shot, and you guys have got to get position on the board. I don't care if we have to take 17 attempts to get the ball in the hoop. You can't let the ball go down to the end without a score at some time. Put the three-pointer up and go ahead and go for the score. Go for the board. Get a good offensive rebound position and put the ball right back up. As soon as the ball's in down in the field, go ahead and foul him.
Listen, if you got a chance for the shot and the layup, take it. You probably should have taken that one all the way down, but it was smart play anyway. You're at the line. No fouls. No three-point. Listen. No three-point situations in terms of get a hand up in the shot. Also, if they're going to the basket, don't make a foolish foul where you're going to give them the three-point play. Okay, go. Smart. Go.
Three-point play. Do not foul blocking out.
Okay.
Well, there you heard it, and you hear it on girls basketball coverage from Veterans Auditorium. Marshalltown 69, North Scott 61. 45 seconds to play. Have you heard what Jerry Haing had to say? Don't foul. Don't give them any three-pointers.
I don't know if North Scott can get up 17 attempts either, Jim.
I don't either. She said that you're right. That's a heavy maker wants him to do. Well, she's not used to losing. She's never tasted defeat this year. Missy Sharp. Well, you talk about a team that has lived a charmed life tonight, of their own making.
Jim, this is such a balanced team. Now, all 8 kids that have played have contributed so much. How do you think a standout off that team?
I don't know.
It's easy to find.
10-point lead, biggest lead in the ballgame. And Simpson can't get it to go. Hey, if we can get another one here, and Lohan tried one. She's fouled. She'll be at the line, but ladies and gentlemen, only 38 seconds remain to be played.
Jim, do you have any idea who I might rate number 1 in this division next year?
I think you just do it blindfolded. You can do it right now. That's a great throw line. Well, that puts a whole new dimension, doesn't it, on girls 5-on-5 now with a favorite getting knocked off like this?
Well, I think it does, Jim, and one thing, it proves that maybe the adjustment period between the first and second year isn't as great as what some people thought.
Okay.
North Scott was the veteran team. They played a year ago. None of the other 3 teams in the field did.
Right, they had that advantage, but that advantage is coming to an end as of about 35 seconds from now. And Marshalltown will be at the free throw line again. Beach. Marshalltown leading. The biggest lead in the ballgame came just moments ago. 71-61. Right now, 71-62. And Beach at the line 1-and-1 time. Marshalltown rebound. And that shows you how they're dominating. Darcy Burns just rebounded it right through. Marshalltown leading now by 11 points. 73-62. Three-point attempt. Desperation shot. Fitzgerald can't get it to fall. They scramble for it, and it's going to be a foul on the Lancers.
Well, they both got it. I think they're going to catch it on Simpson.
Jenny Simpson and Marshalltown already doing their hugging and crying. Both teams, winners and losers. That's it. Trademark and hallmark of the state tournament. And the young lady who's happier than anybody is Marta Nelson, number 55, who fouled out after playing very little in the first half. Fouled out in the third quarter.
Yeah, but Jim, she did her job. She's the one that got her here in the semifinal game.
And the fact that they're able to maintain and even enlarge that score with her on the bench is incredible. Now another three-point attempt. Falls short. Marshalltown lets it go out of bounds, and it will be the Bobcats now. They're just riding the glory. 7 seconds remaining to be played. Marshalltown 73, North Scott 62. And the hugging and crying is going on right now.
And let's just give credit to the 2 young ladies that came in the ballgame. Number 15, Lisa Brown. 33, Lynn Ballant. The only 2 seniors on the squad.
We're down to 4 seconds, 3 seconds. History being made. North Scott intercepts, but that's the end of the road. Marshalltown wins it. 73-62. And we're going to be back to talk to the winning coach. Later on, we'll talk to the winning coach. Marshalltown Bobcats 73, the North Scott Lancers 62. And Mike, so astounding. They're going to get the awards here and beautiful, beautiful trophies to be presented, the flowers. And, are they happy down the Marshalltown Bobcats. They just might repeat this scene next year. We don't want to put pressure on them, but they might.
Well, they put the pressure on themselves, Jim, with this kind of performance. I'm just amazed that the kids stayed up on their feet defensively the way they did. You could just see they were the pressure team after about 20 minutes.
All right, we'll go down now to the floor, and George Turner.
First, let's meet the all-tournament team of the 1986 five-player tournament. From North Scott, Tracy Graham. From Marshalltown, Missy Scherer. From Sioux City East, Kelly Ashby. From Waterloo, Columbus, Molly Tideback. And the player who received the most votes, voted on by the media attending the tournament, the captain of the all-tournament team from North Scott, Jenny Fitzgerald. Now for the presentation of the traditional red coat to the championship coat, we ask Jerry Hying of Marshalltown to come forward, please. And to present the runner-up and championship trophies, I'd like to introduce the president of the board of directors of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union, Orville Frazier.
Thank you. On behalf of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union, we congratulate these two fantastic teams. Let's give them a hand. And now again, on behalf of that girls' union, that organization which represents all the schools in the state of Iowa, it's a great honor for me to give to Debbie Menke and the North Scott Lancers this fine trophy and honor, and we're very proud of you girls. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the moment you've been waiting for. It's a pleasure to present to Coach John Haying and the Marshalltown Bobcats championship trophy for 1986. Congratulations.
Great victory. Oh, tremendous.
I think we did a lot.
Ladies and gentlemen, and right now, let's talk to the happiest guy in the world of 5-on-5 high school women's basketball coaching, Jerry Haying, the coach of Marshalltown. Jerry, did you dream about this night?
I got into coaching about 20 years ago when I was a senior in college, and I went and got an assistant's job and worked my way up, and I guarantee you, I've been there. I won a state championship as an assistant back with boys, and I guarantee you, I've got to be the greatest guy in the world to have kids like this.
Well, I'll tell you, and you may be back here again next year. You got an all-underclass team back there, don't you?
They're not too bad. I guarantee you, if they're smart enough and they stay in school, we could be back here again next year.
What was the thing that turned it around? Everybody said North Scott can't be beaten, but you weren't psyched out at all.
Well, we have a habit. We're capable of running with the basketball. And I guarantee you, I went through my mind a lot, over talking about the ball game. And I didn't know whether I wanted to get into a running game with them or not. And I guess we decided we wanted to. And I guarantee you, these kids have played together a long time. And I thought that when they started to force some shots up on the outside and the way our kids played inside, I thought that was great.
Well, I'll tell you, conditioning played a big part. Your gals have to be in tremendous shape.
Oh, they're not too bad, but I guarantee you, I think that, with that tipping zone that we run, I think that we take, and we do get up in the ball and down the floor. We run like this in every ball game, and we play like this in every night in practice, and I guarantee you, if anybody deserves it, there's a group of young ladies back here who have worked very hard.
How do you gals feel right now? Well, you can tell they are number one, and they are at 5-on-5. Number one, the Marshalltown Bobcats. Jerry, good luck to you.
Thank you very much.
All right, there you see it. And right now, ladies and gentlemen, let's take a look at what happened this afternoon in 5-on-5 consolation championship won by Waterloo Columbus over Sioux City East, 55-53. These were the two teams defeated last night in the semifinals by the two teams that we saw out here just now battling it out. And there's Mel Cooper-Schmidt as he receives congratulations. They win it by 2 over Sioux City East, 55-53. And the Raiders doing a great job of getting down here from Sioux City East. Waterloo Columbus Sailors winning third place in the tournament. And of course, you've seen right now who has just taken number 1 and number 2, Marshalltown over North Scott. Now let's look at the other game played this afternoon for the 6-on-6 consolation title. Fairfield the winner there by 8 points over Urbandale, 60-52, led by Diana Rep with 38 points. Dan Breen, the happy winner for Fairfield, and Gary Page, the loser for Urbandale. And he lost by 1 point to Indianola last night. Indianola will be playing in the 6-on-6 championship game. There they are, the Urbandale Jayettes, 4th place, beautiful trophy. And the Fairfield Trojanettes now come out. They've been here before, 5 times. They set a record getting into the trophy award round 5 times. They won the championship in 1983, and they win the consolation championship today. Diana Rep leading the Trojanettes of Fairfield. And we'll be right back with a close-up look at the Iowa Girls Parade of Champions in just a moment.